In this video we're going to look at the park staff sheet. It's quite involved, this one, and again, making sure that you read the instructions is key. So let's look at the first part. So the first part is quite straightforward. It's stuff you've done before. So it's about making these cells relative to the ones on choosing your dinosaurs page. I'm not going to do that for you. I'm going to show you the instruction, and then I'm expecting you to do it. Pause the video and do it. Tells you you've got to put equals, then go to choose your dinosaur page, and then select the first dinosaur, and then you can copy the formula down. This has already been calculated, this one, on the organizing space worksheet, so you can use a relative cell reference for that, a three-dimensional cell reference, to bring those values in too. And then the visitors attracted per month, again, that is also on the choosing your dinosaurs worksheet. So what I want you to do is to use relative cell referencing to bring those values into your sheet. So pause the video now and play once you've completed those tasks. Okay, so that's now done. So the next bit is the dinosaur carer hours. So if you hover the mouse over the comments will appear, and it says that staff hours required can be calculated by dividing the space required for each dinosaur by 2. So again, a straightforward formula equals the space attracted, space required divided by, which is the backspace on the keyboard, okay, divided by 2. So that is the dinosaur carer hours calculated for each dinosaur. Then we can copy that formula down. Okay. The next is using auto sums to calculate the totals for these. So again, you did that in the last video, so I'm not going to show you to do that. Please pause the video, complete the auto sums for those columns, and then play the video after you have completed that task. Okay, this next section is a little complicated, but let's read through the first one to see what it's saying. So let's hover the mouse over the number of staff. So the number of staff required is different for each different staff role. So you can see I've got different roles: carers, maintenance, tech support, shopkeepers, office staff, and so on. It says read the requirements for each in the comments below. So you'll notice that each has a separate comment. So hover the mouse over the comment, and it's going to tell you what it needs you to work out. So work this out. So this is for the dinosaur carers. Work this out using the dinosaur carer hours. So the dinosaur carer hours is up here. Okay, so it's the total. So it says a member of staff will work 40 hours per week. You need to divide the total dinosaur hours by 40 to get the number of staff that it needs. Format the cell so that it has no decimal places. So we're looking at this equals this value divided by 40. Okay, and that's 36 members of staff. So the next one, maintenance. You need 1 member of maintenance for every building and dinosaur you have purchased. You need to add the number of buildings you have purchased on the facilities worksheet with the number of dinosaurs. So to work this out, we need to bring in the value from the facilities worksheet and then add 8 to it. So this is how we do it. Equals onto the facilities worksheet, and you're looking for the number of buildings, which is there. Okay, and then we're going to go plus 8. So you can see that that is in my formula up here. Okay, and when I press enter, that's 16. So if I go onto my facilities worksheet just to show you how this works, and I change this to 9 buildings, you can see I've got 16 there. Okay, so that should have automatically updated on my staffing to have 16 plus 8, which is 24. So you can see that's changed to 24. Okay, so that's how that one works. Let's just go back and change my facilities back down to 1. Okay, the security guards. This one is saying you need 1 security guard for every 1,000 visitors. This can be calculated by dividing the number of visitors attracted to the park divided by 1,000. So have a think, where have we got the visitors attracted by to the park? Okay, this is the number of visitors attracted to the park per month. Okay, so I want to divide that value by 1,000. So this equals this value divided by 1,000. 77 members of staff. This value, by the way, we could format and this one to no decimal places. So I'll show you how to do that next, because I can do two at once. So if I highlight both of those, or even though they're in different columns, and I right click, format cells, and I take them both down to no decimal places, you can see it changes both of them at the same time. Okay. Tech support. One member of tech support for every 2,000 meters of space required. So space required is at the top, up here. So we need to work out what we do with that. So we're dividing the total space by 2,000. So equals total space divided by 2,000. So that's one tech support person. One park ranger is needed for every 1,000 meters of space. This can be calculated by dividing the space required by 1,000. So equals space required divided by 1,000. Shopkeepers. You need one shopkeeper per building you bought. Calculate this by making a relative cell. So one shopkeeper per building you bought. Calculate this by making a relative cell reference to the number of buildings purchased in the facilities worksheet. So we need the number of buildings purchased in the facilities. So equals facilities, number of buildings purchased, 8. So that's how many shopkeepers we need, one per building. Office staff. You need one member of office staff for every 10 dinosaur carers. So divide the number of dinosaur carers by 10. So that's going to be equals 36 divided by 10. Tour operators. You need to employ one tour operator for every 2 dinosaurs. You have 8 dinosaurs, so just divide the number of dinosaurs by 2. So that's going to be equals 8 divided by 2. Scientists. You need one scientist for every 4 dinosaur carers. Divide the number of carers by 4. Equals dinosaur carers divided by 4. Management. You need one member of management for every 30 staff. So divide the number of staff, which is calculated by an auto sum, by 30. Okay, so equals auto sum. Sorry, let's do that again. Sorry. So that's going to be auto sum. Okay, so there's the auto sum, and then if I show you what that does, I put 158. That's the total of all of these, and then we have to divide that value by 30. So if we click in there, go back into the formula bar, divided by 30. Okay, you can see that's 5 management. That's a multi-part function. So first I'm adding together all of the members of staff, and then dividing that answer by 30. Okay. So the salaries are calculated, and you're going to do this yourself, by multiplying the salary by the number of staff. So the salary is there, the number of staff. There's the salary, there's the number of staff. So I want you to pause the video, and I want you to calculate those yourself. Okay, so there's the salaries calculated. I also would like you to calculate the totals for the number of staff and the total salaries as well. You need to work out how to do that. It's not a complicated function, and it's one that you've used already on this sheet. Pause the video and resume it once you've done this. So on to the final 2 parts now. So there are only 2 things left. The first is the annual wages for staff, and there are 2 ways you can do this, because you've already calculated the total. in the last section, but it's asking you to use auto sum, so that's what we're going to do to calculate the total salaries. So auto sum, so if I click the auto sum button, that's not what I want to add together, but it's allowing me to select what I do want to add. So auto sum I've clicked, and now I'm going to just select the values I would like to add together, press enter, and now it's asking me to work out how much I'm going to spend on salaries per month. So all I'm going to be doing is dividing this value by 12. So it tells you in there, divide the total salaries by 12, and that's a straightforward formula, equals this value divided by 12. Okay, so each month the wages for their Dino Park are going to cost us £400,826.59. So that concludes the staff page, and I'll see you in the next video.